Why did you say it's well? Because he said something behind the camera. Oh, yes.
We say everything is well.
It is well.
Today is another day.
Yeah, today is another day.
Yeah. So of course we glorify him and say, God, you are virtual. Thank you for giving us the hold up from Oba to hear something else. I was told that one of the political parties started other confession, whatever. So everywhere from Oba to Ale here, pay 1,000. Is that not crazy? Is that not crazy?
What's that enough? Wait, pay 1,000 for what?
Transport. Yes.
Because of the traffic.
Because of traffic.
Wow.
One lane completely blocked from Akure to Badin Jos. Completely blocked.
Yeah.
So
makes no absolute sense.
I don't know what our politicians are doing.
I had to turn back, Mazi. Suffering us.
No, that's an act of impunity. You don't do that. You don't. I mean, if you're having a convention or whatever you're having as a political party, you don't put road users at risk.
Yeah.
Because there could be cases of emergency. People are going to work for appointment or to meet up with some stuff, and then you cannot just do that. But and like I said behind the camera, it is because we don't have good access to the judiciary.
Yeah.
If these guys can easily be sued for that act of impunity and they pay through their nose or they go to jail for it, everybody will sit right. I mean, that is just this is not a jungle. We're not in a jungle where some people just think they have all the weapons now to oppress others, to suppress others. You don't do that in a society. This is supposed to be an organized society, not in a jungle where the lion is the king.
Yeah, Chris, I agree with that. In a system we'll have people with sound mind, with the fear of God, and the concern for humanity. When we have people in places like that, then we begin to
back. Oh, say let me just ask this so that we can move to the topic for today. What do you think is the solution to this roadblock that we have from leaders and politicians?
Yeah, like I said earlier, fundamentally it is an act of impunity. Because if they are mindful of the road users, I mean, they could as well get a venue that will have in-house capacity for parking space. So that way you are respectful of the road users.
Yeah.
So you do not encroach into the road because you're having your convention. Then you now create artificial traffic.
Yeah.
Now, in that, it causes a lot of problem. There could be a young person or just anybody going for an interview, a lifetime changing interview, that will be held up in that traffic and it loses the opportunity. Then what do we say Nigeria has happened to that person? There could be a case of emergency, medical emergency, and somebody dies in that process and you think nothing has happened. So it is wrong. It is wrong. I mean, these people doing these things, I mean, they are not being brain drained. They know this thing is wrong. But the fact that we are one there, nothing can happen. Who are those people? We can easily suppress them. That is the culture of impunity. We must stop it. And these guys on their own, they don't have the discipline and the moral sanity to stop it on their own. That is why it's important we institute a legal process that deal with such legislation, that deal with such. So if you're going to have such events, go to a venue with the capacity of an in-house parking spot, so you don't intervene with the traffic at all. If there is a law in this country that punishes such habits of causing traffic long jam like that, and then they actually pay through their nose or they go to jail for it, then we'll sit tight. It just boils down to the crave for judicial reform. There'll be strong on things like this because we need to stop it. It is not sane. And like I said earlier, this is a nation, an organized society, not a jungle where the lion is the king and can just walk anyhow or do as you must have respect for the people. There are road users you should respect, and just don't come around and just block the entire traffic all because you're having a convention or whatever.
Mazi, do you have another idea to this?
Well, asking me to say any other thing contrary to what I just said, I think, Chris, I agree no less with you. We're in a society that nobody's life is valued except themselves, those in authority. Agege State is there. There's nothing wrong going there. If they are saying that it's a state convention, they should go to a Nikon Stadium or National Stadium. Not there. Akume Road is a very small road. And even though that is where their other state secretary cited, there was nothing wrong in transferring it to another bigger place. You see, from Oba to and they pay 1,000 naira.
Hmm.
Commuters are suffering, some are struggling. And like you said, 3 years ago, before the second Niger bridge was opened, because of the gridlock that straight from Asaba
To
to
Onitsha.
about 5 persons died.
Oh.
Those having BP, high blood pressure, because we don't value lives there. So, and I think we need total cleansing of the mind, of the brain, and everything, including the water we drink. We need to look at it probably whether it is clean, because I don't know whether it is what we put through our mouth that is causing us to be behaving the way we are. Because we don't. It's like nobody is important. This place. How can it be? If you see as we are coming, see how these policemen were chasing commuters, flogging them, taking over the lane that is one available lane, taking over. And they begin to wonder, are we in this society that belongs to everybody? Chris, I thank you very much. That we need to have a situation, a country, or a system that works, not strong individual, I've been saying, but strong institution that when somebody rises up and take them to court, our judiciary will do the needful, and so that they will learn from that lesson. So, I think that's all I have, because we need to clean this society. The society is strong, and everybody is taking undue advantage of the peasant people along the way.